Let's just talk about what's just happened in the last 24 hours. Texas fired Rodney Terry, 62-35, and that was not good enough to keep having your mail sent to Austin. They hit the eject button hours after they got beat by Xavier, and the guy who beat them is going to Texas. Sean Miller, very controversial guy who's had some good jobs and lost some jobs and got in trouble with the NCAA. Sean Miller, Xavier, is taking the Texas Longhorns job in place of Rodney Terry. I'm not sure I understand at Memphis State how Penny Hardaway keeps his job. He's had a lot of issues off the floor, bad citizens. He's had NCAA issues with money. And by the way, they can't bloody win in postseason. Memphis State, with all that talent and with him as the leader of the program, Memphis State has won one postseason game in 11 years. And Penny Hardaway's taken heat, but he's still got his job. St. John's, Rick Pitino. Holy cow, he was just out of control in his press conference because he got questioned about Robert Lewis. Why'd you bench him for 5 minutes? Your player there. He just lectured the media on, I know basketball, you don't know basketball. Don't ask me that question about basketball. It was really raucous. But at the end of the day, his team shot 28% from the floor, and you can't win anywhere shooting 28% at St. John's. West Virginia, interesting two stories out of the Mountain State. One is that they're making a move to hire Jared Calhoun, Utah State. Makes a lot of sense. Two, if that's the case, why did they meet with Bob Huggins over the weekend about coming out of retirement? Huggins, of course, is the legendary Mountaineers coach who rebuilt that program and then was removed because he had real significant issues with alcohol. He's been out of basketball for a year and a half. So we'll wait and see whether the Calhoun story occurs. Does Calhoun leave Utah State after 1 year to take the Mountaineers job, or are they emotionally connected to Huggins since he came out of alcohol rehab? Here's the other angle to the story that nobody's talked about. If Calhoun leaves, I was told Utah State is calling Eric Olin at UCSD. Makes a lot of sense if you want to connect the dots. Coaching carousel, you got comments?
Well, we were just talking about Nico Medved. Didn't you add him to the list?
That came really late as we were coming on. Nico Medved has left Colorado State about an hour ago, introduced at the University of Minnesota. That's a really good coach.
Yeah, he's a great guy, and I was rooting for his success. You think about this, Terry over at Texas, he's winning 2 out of 3 games, and it's not enough. He gets fired. But now with the NIL and all the money involved, the boosters expect results in March. And if you're not delivering, you're out of here. I mean, it's a harsh reality. Everything's changing in college basketball.
It was really a messy divorce, if you will, the way it was handled. Because that rumor was out there, if he doesn't win this game, he's gone.
Brutal.
And he didn't, and it did happen. Okay, that's all things college basketball. Fans Forum chat box is open. You have an opinion. You're San Diego State fan, friend, and alum. You offended about the way Nick Boyd handled his business, or does he have a right, because those are the rules today, transfer portal? Everybody but our mascot here at this podcast is in the transfer portal right now. Feel free to join us. Give us an opinion on San Diego State, the Lady Aztecs, the big boy basketball games. Are you worried it's the end of this unique era with March Madness, or you got a comment about the coaching carousel? We go from that type of